The type and number of drugs people take can increase the risk of a fall because there is a link between drugs and falls. Pharmacists can also help you to manage your medication safely and effectively.
But pharmacists can help a lot to help prevent falls. You can go into your local pharmacy, the one that you use most of the time, and get a medication use review, an MUR, and that is where the pharmacist will sit down with you for a good 20 minutes or so, however long you need, to actually talk about your medicines, make sure you understand how you're taking them, and if you've got any worries that they may be causing falls, making you dizzy, and the pharmacist can go over everything. And we work in conjunction with the GPs, where if we need to recommend some changes to your medicines, then we can inform the GP as well. Or it may be something very, very simple, that it may be something how you take your medicines. So the patient may be taking the medicine in the morning rather than the evening, and it's causing dizziness during the day, and that tablet may be better to take at night. So it's a very good idea to visit your community pharmacy so you can talk about all your medicines. A lot of patients, or even the walking well that don't have prescriptions, do come into the pharmacy and buy over-the-counter medicines. Now, a lot of these can cause problems as well. They can cause hypotension, where it makes you fall over when you stand up. Even something as basic as your Lemsip can cause problems with your blood pressure. So the first thing we would recommend is that if you're on any other medicines, you really must check with the pharmacist before you buy any products over the counter. That's including herbal, vitamins, or any cough cold products. Even if they seem very common to yourselves because they're on the media all the time, on the television, they do have problems with other medications, so you must always check with the pharmacist. And if you're getting a carer coming in to buy these for you, they must let the pharmacist know. It's always a good idea to carry in your purse or your wallet a list of drugs that you take, so you can always double check that. But to be aware that some medicines over the counter are quite potent and can cause problems with falls. We have some patients, unfortunately, that don't take the tablets correctly. About 50% of patients don't take their tablets correctly. A lot of that sometimes is because they don't remember. So what the pharmacist can do is put tablets in things like this. This is a blister pack, and we will put all the tablets in morning, noon and night when they need to take them, and every day of the week. So this helps them that they're not got lots of different packs that they need to take one tablet out of each. They just take it out of those. So some pharmacies will do this for them, but it will be only for patients that really need them, that get confused how they're taking the tablets or don't take them at the right time. After this type of blister pack, there is a system called the Pivotal, and this is an electronic device, and this is very good for patients with dementia or learning difficulties. And where this comes into its own is where the pharmacist will fill the tray, and it bleeps at the time when it's supposed to be taken. So if a patient's got a tablet to take at 9 AM in the morning, an alarm will go off on the system. When the patient tips it to take the tablets out, then the alarm will go off. A step further, it can be connected to a system called telecare, where the telecare people will know if the machine has been tipped, and then the telecare will ring the relatives of that patient if it hasn't been tipped, so they know that they haven't taken the medication correctly. So it's all about assistive technology and using technology in the 21st century to help patients take their tablets correctly.
There's more of a risk of a fall from taking certain medications or taking a number of medications together.
Some drugs are more likely than others to cause falls, I think. Drugs like antipsychotics, antidepressants, typically older antidepressants, tricyclics, but also the benzodiazepines are drugs that are most commonly found to cause falls.
Normally most people that take 4 or more medicines are usually at risk of having extra side effects such as dizziness or hypotension, which is low blood pressure that makes you fall over. So if you're taking 4 or more, then you are at more risk. But even if you're just taking one, you can still have a medicines use review with your pharmacy. an MUR, and that is where the pharmacist will sit down with you for a good 20 minutes or so, however long you need, to actually talk about your medicines, make sure you understand how you're taking them, and if you've got any worries that they may be causing falls, making you dizzy, and the pharmacist can go over everything. And we work in conjunction with the GPs, where if we need to recommend some changes to your medicines, then we can inform the GP as well. Or it may be something very, very simple, that it may be something how you take your medicines. So the patient may be taking the medicine in the morning rather than the evening, and it's causing dizziness during the day, and that tablet may be better to take at night. So it's a very good idea to visit your community pharmacy so you can talk about all your medicines.
Patients in care homes are typically elderly, and elderly patients tend to take more than just one medicine. And when patients take more than one medicine, i.e. 4 or more, they can experience side effects that they wouldn't normally get. So I think pharmacists have a big role to play in helping the manager understand why the patient's sometimes reacting to certain medicines in a certain manner. And I think we have a role to play to try help simplify that or help alleviate those sort of problems.